Hi, my name is Dana Beck. Welcome to my video. And today, what I'd like to talk about is setting up your online business. And this is a basic steps, kind of a step-by-step guide, the initial steps on how to set up your online business, some of the key elements you need for an online business. Well, what are the initial steps? Well, the first thing you need to determine, obviously, is, what are you going to promote? Decide on what it is that you want to promote. Is it going to be a physical product, a digital product, a service that you may provide, anything along those lines? And it should also be something that you either have an in-depth knowledge about, or something that, that you have a keen interest in, something that really interests you. So that's the other thing. And then the other thing that you want to do is, once you decide what it is you want to promote, what it is you want to, promote, the next thing you want to do is you need to research your market. You need to determine, first of all, is there a demand for your product or service? And you can find this information relatively easy in many, many ways. But the easiest is probably using Google Analytics, and it's very, very simple to use. And you can find out what the demand is for your service or your product that you would like to promote. Then secondly, you will need to determine your competition. How much competition is there in the product or service that you're going to be promoting? Google AdSense can help with this as well. That can show you, especially with your keywords, how popular some of your keywords that are affiliated with your service or your product. And you can get a good sense and feel of how much competition there is out there. And then
You got
thirdly,
mail.
if you're not developing, if you're not developing or promoting your own product that you've developed or your own service, if you're working as affiliate, if you're promoting as an affiliate, then you need to obviously find suppliers. And this is really important, because you want to make sure that the suppliers that you associate with are what I call blue chip or AAA suppliers. Suppliers that have a solid background, that have been in business for a good period of time, not just overnight, and who are reputable, solid companies. So you want to make sure of that. So that's kind of, again, this is just a brief overview, a step-by-step overview, a very simple approach, very high level. I'm not going to get into the granular details, but this is kind of a guide on how you set up your own online business. So, having said that, so then the next thing you want to do is, you've got to get it all set up. And now here's where it gets kind of interesting. You need to set up a domain. Now, when you decide on your domain name, don't use a spammy domain name like makemoneyfast.com or something like you know something that's personable. You don't want quick money overnight, get cash fast, nothing like that. You want to make your website, your domain name, personable. Like for instance, onlinewithbetty.com. That's personable. And or you want to put whatever it is you're promoting in your domain. In other words, say you're promoting golf balls. So then what you might want to consider is golfballsforyou.com or something like that. Or cheapgolfballs.com or something like that. And that's really, really important. Make sure the product or the service that you're promoting is in that domain name. That's really, really another important factor. And then the next thing, obviously, you're going to need is an email address. And now, before I get to that, the other thing you need to do is you need to register your domain. with a host, with a domain registrar, not a hosting company so much. And now I use Namecheap.com, but there's many others out there. That's just my preference. I'm not advocating you need to use Namecheap, but that's one good company. GoDaddy is another one. And again, there's a plethora of registrars out there that you can utilize. But what I would recommend, and this is a very important point. What I would recommend is when you get your domain name, when you decide on what it is, and you register it with a domain registrar, make sure it is separate from your hosting company. In other words, say your website is being hosted by HostGator.com. Okay, so your website's being hosted by HostGator. When you want to make sure that your registered domain name is with a separate company, like Namecheap, using that example. I have all my domain names registered with Namecheap. I do not register them with my hosting company. Why? Well, because supposing you've got a great relationship with HostGator, and say for whatever reason you don't like their service anymore, or you want to move your website to a new hosting company. Well, all you have to do is move your site. Your domain name stays registered with Namecheap. If you have your domain name registered with the same company that you have your website hosted on, like in this case, in this example, HostGator, when you move from HostGator to, say, another company, say GoDaddy, for instance, you've also got to move your domain name register. You got to re-register your domain with that new hosting company. So to avoid that, to avoid that complication and that extra effort, I just keep all my domain names with Namecheap. And then wherever I decide to host my website is fine. And then once I move my website to a new hosting company, all I have to do is just link my my registrar, Namecheap in this case, with my new hosting company. It just makes it real simple and very easy to manage. So now when you set up your, you're going to have an email address. When you set up your email address, and when you're dealing with customers and you're promoting your product and or services, whatever, you want to stay away from public email addresses. Well, what do I mean? Gmail is fine for personal email and so forth. It is not good for business, because generally, when you use an email address like joe@gmail.com, when you send out emails through like your autoresponder or some other, or you're posting on Facebook, whatever, more times than not, Gmail is flagged as spam. Gmail accounts are flagged as spam when it's going to, an email address. Often it's flagged as spam, or it ends up in the spam folder or in the promotions folder. Rarely does it end up in your prospects inbox. So you want to stay away from commercial names like that, like Yahoo or Gmail or any of those. What you should really do, all right, so say, again, using the example of the golf balls for you domain. Okay, so my domain name is golfballsforyou.com. So then what you want to do is you want to set up your email address so it's joe@golfballs.com, or golfballsforyou.com, whatever your domain name is. That way you own that email address, and you're in complete control of it, as opposed to having it written, having your email address with another company like Gmail or Yahoo or whomever. And also it will cut down dramatically the possibility of your emails ending up in spam or in the promotions folder or what have you. You definitely improve the probability that your email will land in your prospect's inbox. So that's a little bit on domain name. Now, a lot of these links for domain name registers and so forth, you'll see below underneath this video in the text area. I'll have all these resources and whatnot listed down there for you. And there's a number, like I said, there's a number of domain name registrars and domain hosting companies. I mean, the list is very lengthy. I'll just provide a few for you. And then tools. So what tools are you going to need in order to set up your online business? Well, there's some key tools that you're going to have. And it's going to be very difficult to run an online business without these tools. So some of these tools are, first of all, you need an autoresponder, some kind of system to handle all your email interaction, all your email follow-ups and send-outs and so forth. So you need an autoresponder, and there's a number of them. Some of the top ones that I have worked with at different points, over the years, is, the top three is GetResponse, Aweber, and MailChimp. These are very, very good email autoresponders. Each of them have different features. Some are better than others, depending upon, what your objective is, what you're trying to accomplish. So you're going to need an autoresponder. And then graphics editing. This is really important, because you want to design your logos or any other graphics, and there's a number of graphics editors out there. And I use one that is free. It's freeware, and it's called GIMP, G-I-M-P, GIMP, and it's very, very similar to like Photoshop or something like that. It's similar to that. And but it's a very, very powerful, very effective tool to edit graphics and so forth. And again, this is free. It's a free download. And again, the link for GIMP will be down below underneath this video. And then if you want to capture your screen, to do like videos and so forth, well, you can use Screencast-O-Matic, which is relatively inexpensive. That's one application that can use for screen capture. Another one is Camtasia. It's a little pricey, but it's a very, very robust, very full product. And then there's another one that I use, and it's called OBS, and a link for that is also below. Now, OBS is fantastic because it's got a lot of features, and it's also a free download. It's a free application. It's freeware. I use it all the time. I've had no problems with it. It runs great. You can do both live videos and recorded videos like I'm making right now. This video I'm making for you right now is done with OBS as well. So, and again, all these links will be below the video. And then the other thing is now, all right, so you've got your website, you've got your domain, you've got your email. Life is grand, life is wonderful. How do you get eyeballs on your website? Well, traffic generation. Now, I'm not going to get into the details of traffic generation, but I am going to share with you some basic strategies that you can utilize to generate traffic to your website. So the first thing, what you want to do is, there are many different tools and strategies. Now, websites that obviously are very, very helpful in getting traffic to your site is YouTube, because we're on YouTube right now. So YouTube is a great place to post videos promoting and talking about your service, your product, but don't spam people. You want to provide value. Provide value in your videos, how-tos and things like that. And then at the end of your video, which I'm going to do as well, at the end of your video, you want to say, if you want more information on this topic or whatever, go to this link below, and that's how you can kind of tie in whatever it is you're promoting with your video. Then so you got youtube.com, and then there's also a great source to get traffic is through forums. Now there's 3 forums that I participate in, and there's hundreds more, but the 3 that I use that you might find useful, and again, all these links will be below. Warrior Forum, www.warriorforum.com, and then Affilorama, affilorama.com/forum, and then Digital Point is another one that I participate in, forums.digitalpoint.com. So these forums are a great place to meet people, and again, you don't want to spam people, but you want to provide value. Start building your name, start building your reputation, start building followers because of the value that you provide, and then you can promote your service or your product to those followers, because they begin to trust you. They begin to see that you provide great value. And then lastly, blog posts. And there are, oh my gosh, there are thousands of blog posts out there. I don't use a lot of blog posts, but the one I do use one blog post or blog service, if you please. And this is Blogspot. It's called Blogspot, and the link is www.blogger.com. And you can start and build your own blog site through Blogger. But again, there's hundreds more that you can find. Just do a simple search on Google to find more blogs. And the easiest way to do that, you can also find other blogs to connect with. Easiest way to do that is to put in whatever it is you're selling. Say, for instance, using the golf balls again. You could do a Google search on golf balls /forums or blogs, and you'll see a host of blogs and forums that are all associated with golf balls, if that's what you're promoting. And then I want to talk a little bit about strategies. So you can use Facebook. Facebook is a great tool to use. You can draw a lot of people to you, again, by providing value on your Facebook page. That's a key element. So providing high quality value content on your Facebook page, and start building a following. And then what you want to do is then, as you interact with your following, encourage them to go to your blog site or go to your website, and you start building your list. Because as long as they're on Facebook, you don't own them. You don't own that following, because they could be gone, boom, in a heartbeat. If Facebook changes its algorithm, you lose all your followers. So that's why you want to encourage them to go to your website or your blog, so you can start building your list through your autoresponder. See how it all ties in? And then another thing, which I do on a nightly basis, Facebook Live. Facebook Live is another great way to get your message out there, to get your quality content out there, to start building a reputation, start building a following. And again, the whole ultimate goal is to get them to go to your website, go to your blog, and start building your list so you can communicate with them, and again, build that relationship with them. And then another tool you can use, something called avatars. I'm not talking about the movie. Avatars. What's an avatar? An avatar is a picture, a profile of your ideal subscriber. And so you build that avatar. Now, I've got a file, which is my avatar file, if you please. I put a picture there, kind of what would my ideal subscriber look like. And it's an imaginary picture, but the point of building an avatar is you want to build that profile. And things like, how old is your ideal, subscriber? Are they 19, 20, 21? Are they a millennium? Or are they, 30, 40, 50, 60 years old, whatever? What is your ideal age of your ideal subscriber? And are they a college grad or a high school grad? Are they working a minimum wage job, or are they working? Are they a 5-figure earner, or are they a professional, like an IT professional or a lawyer or a doctor? So you put all of this information into your avatar profile, and you start building, and again, with your avatar, you want to also highlight, what kind of sports do they like? What websites do they go to get information? Do they go to Google, or do they go to Snapchat or Instagram or whatever? You start building that profile, and once you have that all filled out, and you have an idea of what your ideal subscriber looks like, then you can start targeting those websites, those social sites where you believe that person, that ideal subscriber, will hang out. And again, it's all about building relationships. And you don't want to buy my stuff, but you want to provide value and show your followers how what you have to offer will benefit them, will help them. So that's that. And the last part, this is kind of the last thing that I want to talk about. Something I'm very, very big into and very conscious of and very aware of is mindset. The last piece in setting up your online business is having the right mindset. And what mindset simply is having, that thought process, the thoughts that you carry in your mind, the images that you carry in your mind. You want those images and those thoughts you carry in your mind to be thoughts and images of success, seeing yourself being successful and maintaining success principles, in your thinking. And a great way to accomplish a mindset, a business-oriented, success-oriented mindset is the books that we read. And here's a few that I've read. This is only a small list of some of the books that I've read. But here's a few that will definitely benefit you. A classic, How to Win Friends and Influence Others by Dale Carnegie. That's probably one book. Maybe you've already read that. Another one is, and this is probably the Bible of entrepreneurs, if you please. The Bible of mindset, a positive mindset. It is probably one of the greatest books ever written on mindset. And I'm sure you've heard of it. It's called Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. Another fabulous book. And then one that isn't so popular, The Magic of Thinking Big by Dr. David Schwartz. That's another great book on building mindset. And then from an entrepreneur perspective and mindset, there's one book called .com Secrets written by Russell Brunson, who is the founder of ClickFunnels. And he's got a number of books that you can get relatively cheap or almost for free, if you go to his website. And then, of course, then there's Tony Robbins, and there's a couple of books by him that I've read which are definitely well worth reading. Money, Master the Game, and Awaken the Giant Within. So that will help with your mindset. So I covered a lot of information here, and hopefully this has helped you to get an idea of how, what's going to be involved in setting up your online business. It's not as difficult as it seems. It's not as difficult as it seems. It really is. It really can be done. It really is relatively simple if you just follow a step-by-step process, which is definitely available. And like I said, on the next, in a moment here, as I close out, I'll provide you a website where you can get more information on how you can there's a training center where you can go to build your own online business. It's a step-by-step system that will walk you through every single step along the way, and it's a training center, and it's just really, really tremendous. I think you'll get a lot of value out of it, and again, it will show you how you can build your own successful full-time online business step by step, and it is relatively easy if you're willing to put in the work. Now, if you're looking for make money instantly or make money overnight, well, this isn't for you. But if you are looking at building a solid online business and learn how to do that, well, on the next video here, or on the next step here in this video, I'll provide that website for you. So thank you so very, very much for watching. I hope you got value out of this, and if I can help you in any way, please go ahead and go to my website, which is, let me see, there we go, right there. Just go to my website, which is right there, and you can send me a message through that. But anyway, so thank you very, very much for watching. Have a tremendous day, and I look forward to hopefully seeing you on the inside. Hopefully, what we have to offer will be the benefit to you. So thank you so very much for watching. You take care now and have a great day. Bye-bye now.